Hello everybody, this is another session of Friday Talks, the project that is already running for several months. Today's guest is Lyaman Yusifli. Lyaman Hanum is actually the art creator, the person that is well known with illustrations and how art works. I think the other stuff Lyaman Hanum will say herself.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Today's session is, as always, we are asking questions and we are getting answers. And we also have live audience that will have a small talks and conversations with Ms. Lyaman. And of course, thank you very much for ADAlilar Journal. First of all, I think this is only way how our team can recreate such a project. Thank you very much. Lyaman Hanum, also we have, as I've previously told, we have ADAlilar Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
This is official journal of our school where we represent several moments in lives of ADA students through all semesters. For example, we have several, for example, interviews that we have, several interviews with students and other people. We have stories that are written by students themselves, some life moments. For example, it was the story of Art Council, for example, this Art Council mentioning. So we have a lot of stuff to write about, and we are very thankful that we have a place to write about. So, about our interview, Miss. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Thank you for this opportunity to be invited in your very special, very unique school.
Thank you. Did you like our school?
Very much, very much.
We previously did a small, quick overview tour of AD community, AD school, university and park, and our school itself. So I hope you liked our.
I liked very much, and as I told you before, please bring some rabbits.
Yes, we had a conversation about rabbits. Miss Lyaman want to see rabbits in park. Turtles
and squirrels as well, please. Yes.
So Miss Lyaman, everybody, like when we was doing surveys, when we are doing asking for guests, we are doing surveys of students. Everybody was interested in arts, music, so we decided to invite you as the representative. I think the best representative of art and music that can be in Azerbaijan. Like I think that you are well experienced in this way of career. Can you please tell how you started this career? How it started? Was your choice on passion or not? And I think everybody knows that arts aren't sustainable, like the fully stable career that can choose. There is a lot of risks in high and low ways. Can you tell about this, please?
First of all, regarding that, saying that art is not a stable, let's say, career path, it is a big, a big mistaken word that we have been heard since our childhood, from our parents, from the society, especially the society that we have in Azerbaijan, because if we ask ourselves that, okay, who is the representatives in art, in painting exactly, in illustration, very popular, very successful, who can you name it, we will all struggle. Okay, we can say some names after Yarat came over, as you know, the contemporary art space. But before Yarat,
we've been there. We actually interviewed them also.
Super, yeah. But before Yarat, it was like some huge artists like Tahir Salahov, Tovrul Narimanbekov, which were very popular and successful during Soviet Union. Then there was a huge gap, and that gap made a very big impact for that idea that art is not stable, it doesn't bring you money, it will make you suffer and be a poor person. How it started in my life? Well, it was a passion since my childhood. I started to draw when I was around 4 years, 3 or 4 years.
So it was choice with passion?
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a dream of all my life. And I also have been hearing since my childhood that, you're gonna be a very poor person if you're gonna choose. Yes, all my cousins were saying me, because I'm the youngest one in our family, so I have cousins which are older than me, and then they were saying that arts will never bring you money, you will not be successful. The only artists that we have in the country, I'm not sure if you remember, guys, but in Targovaya there was a place, we called it Passage. It is
What's
between the Fountain Square and Hagani Mall, the small part where is Mado is situated.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
in
okay.
90s and beginning of 2000s, artists were selling their artwork in that in that space, and they were taking like very basic orders for portrait, a landscape, a city view. And my cousins were telling me that this is where you're gonna sell your art when you will grow up. Well, but I knew that it was a mistake, and I always believe that art can be much more than this if a person sets a real goal. My biggest dream was to become a fashion designer. So I've chosen my career path education path based on fashion design. I graduated the State Academy of Art, a bachelor degree in fashion design. Then I won 50% scholarship discount in Milano, at Instituto Europeo di Design, again fashion design. It was for me like something very huge because, you know, European universities, they rarely give scholarships to the non-European citizens, and it was a really huge success for me. And when I was there, as I told you before today, I was very much impressed that our teachers were not teachers. They were from the inside of industry. And they gave us so many information, so many practice in these fields that it had a big impact on me. So for some circumstances, I had to move back to Baku, and I was a little bit lost, you know, because when you came to Baku, back from Italy, yes.
What was your age in this moment? When you
I was 23 or 24.
You already studied,
I finished the State Academy of Art. Then it was a short course, around 6-7 months in Milano, and I came back to Baku.
Okay.
I came back to Baku, and as I knew all three languages, Azeri, Russian, English, in a good level, I found a job as a translator. Yes.
Your first job was translation, right?
Yes, yes. I was translating in absolutely different field. It was in oil and gas, nothing about art. It was oil and gas industry. I was translating health and safety trainings for the workers of oil and gas. Yeah, can you imagine? It's terminology, it's very hard words. I was like a little bit shocked for the first month, but then I was so good in that I could run the training by myself without a trainer. So, and but I was still getting I started to get some small orders because, you know, 10 years ago, I'm talking about 10 years ago. 10 years ago, to have an international education in art field for Azerbaijan, it was very rare, and it was very hard to get it. Because there is no programs in presidential scholarship which can include art. I'm not sure about now, but back to then there was no. So only the students who could somehow get it by themselves could get it. So, and I started to get orders, like small orders from corporate sphere. For example, my first order was from the restaurant Chinar.
Chinar,
okay.
Near the school there.
Yes. They approached me that we are tired of photos, videos in our social media stuff. We want to create posters with illustrations, and we want you to create illustrations for us. We tried, it worked well, and as Chinar, I don't know how now, but then back then there was a Saffron Restaurants group. They had different restaurants, different projects, as well as Amburan, Tosca, Italian restaurant there was, and they started to give me different orders. And it was like some kind of different projects. Each month I knew that I have like some project, okay? Then other orders started to come, and it became my lifestyle. So from 9 to 6 I was an office worker, and then I had back in my house, in my room, evenings I was an artist, okay?
You had this.
Yes, I had like two lives in one, and I was enjoying it, to be honest. And I always wished that someday I will not have that 9 to 6 office life. I will have
you was enjoying the art part of your day.
Sure. Then I started to work on my exhibition. It was 2014, almost 10 years ago. Oh my God. Yeah, I started to work on my exhibition, and the exhibition gave me more popularity and more confidence in my work, of course, but still I was still working as an office worker.
Were the exhibitions in that time popular in Azerbaijan? Like, for example,
not that much. 10 years ago, we rarely had exhibitions in Baku. It was only, the exhibitions were held only by Yarat. Mostly, it was like the Yarat has just came to.
It's new program.
Yeah, it was a new program for back then. But my exhibition was totally made by myself. I mean, and it was really very unique because I took a gallery. It was my friend's gallery, and we decided to create the artworks on the walls. There were no canvas, there were no paper. It was art on the wall. So 70 square meters, totally drawn by hand on the walls. Yeah, it was really very unique, and it standed in the gallery for 3 months.
It was so popular that it was there for 3 months?
For 3 months, yes. Okay. And then they just covered it back to the but the idea was that, actually. The idea was that. So basically, yeah, I've chosen it by my passion. And I always knew that I will do what I wanted.
Great. Actually, it's a very inspiring story. Like in that time, it was like, as I've understood, it was hard to get.
It was hard, yes, because.
But you still had this passion.
Yes, I can't even say that. Okay, let me explain you the difference between the art itself, painting, and illustration. Yes, what I am doing. So art, basically, we call everything art. Yeah. Okay, the painting, the graphic, fashion, everything is art. What we see, music, theater, everything. Illustration exactly is the visual art which gives a message to you. The story of the illustration comes from the book illustrations, okay? So when we read, we have an image which reflects and explains you visually what you have read, okay? So today, big companies, big brands use illustration as a communication tool between the auditory, like between the
auditory?
Yes. Audience. Sorry, I was looking for that. And between the product. Product, service, it can be everything. So as I told you, Chinar, my first company who ordered an illustration, they needed something very special to create the communication between their audience and between the product, between the brand. So illustration, it is 50% commercial, 50% art. Okay? So, and working in the corporate life, okay, after translating, I started my career in marketing. First steps in marketing I made in the company named Syntax. They are the biggest luxury retail group in Azerbaijan. As you know, Emporium, Gucci, Tom Ford, these stores, they manage all these stores. I worked there for 1 year, and then I started my big career path in hospitality, marketing in hospitality. So I worked 3 years in Four Seasons Hotel, 1 year in Pullman Hotel, and my last hotel was Dinamo, the local brand. So this experience in marketing gave me a lot in my art as well. First of all, I started to understand the clients before they could express their mind, their thoughts, because I know that a person who is out of art world, it is very hard to him to explain what he wants. But my work in marketing helped me a lot in this, because I could understand him from the business side, like a business owner, let's say, okay? Because I was the one who was creating the briefs for the photographers, videographers, etc. And I could understand what he wants from me. So it was a huge experience for me, the first part. The second part, I had a great experience. I gained a great experience in communication with the clients, with the different level of clients, okay? because you know in Four
Different,
Seasons you can just
Every layer
pass
of
by President of Fly Dubai, for example, as it was actually. You can pass by Prince of Saudi Arabia, like he's having breakfast and you pass by. Yeah, it was a normal life for us, and so it gave me confidence and a really great experience in having a very light, very confident conversation with each kind of clients. And of course, I always was keen to grow, to learn. I mean, despite of all my education that I had, I am a fan of learning still. So I am buying lots of courses. I'm listening lots of YouTube channels.
Learning, you mean in your career, right?
Right.
This
Yes,
direction.
yes, yes. Not only in art. Not only in
general.
art. I'm still learning a lot about marketing.
Okay.
I'm still learning a lot about brand strategy because it's the subject that I'm very much interested in. It is also, you know, I love everything where art joins with business analytical part. This joint can create like masterpieces in everything. Because when one side is creative and one side is analytical, beautiful things happen. And we all know this. So yeah, I think for each person, besides of the passion, I mean, passion is, let's say, 20% of your past. The other 80% is your discipline, is your desire to learn, to grow, to develop your skills, and to doing.
You know, so you want to say that marketing played a very huge role in your success story, right?
Definitely.
So marketing is like was fundamental part of.
Yes, yes, because you know marketing teaches you to look very deeply into the details that can attract the audience. First of all, marketing teaches you to define your audience. Okay. To define who you are talking to, who is your audience, okay? Because in any marketing research, first of all, when you are creating a brand, first of all, what we do, we are going and building our audience. Who is our audience? Who is our target audience? This is the first step, and this is the crucial part of all the work that we are doing. For example, if you are an artist and just doing the paintings, honestly, you don't care who is your audience. You just draw what you want to draw, okay?
Yeah.
And it goes for sale, it goes for exhibitions, it can stay for years in a gallery, and someday one of the persons will come and buy. But when you have a client who has an exact, let's say, target, okay? He has that target and you have to define it, you have to show it, you have to express it in your illustration. So you have a frame, and you have to work inside the frame. And actually, that frame gives you more opportunities to grow up. When you have a frame, it's much harder, of course. And here you grow up
based on the decisions.
Yes.
Actually, I understand what you are saying, and I fully agree with you that it's very hard because, for example, some of us also are in ADAlilar journal, and so we have some departments there also. For example, marketing. I'm, for example, marketing department also. I played a role there, and it's it's very hard to get audience, even if you define your audience. It's very hard to
get. Yes. It is the hardest part.
I understand you. Yeah. It's basically very hard. But you know what is really interesting for me, because when we're walking throughout the classes, we've seen that it was time of clubs. We have drawing clubs, art clubs. We have nearly 8 clubs, if like for all the different aspects of interest of students, and nearly 3 of them are about art, like drawing. We have illustration. We have a teacher that studied in Italy, her full course, and came here to draw. Still, you know what is a problem? Nowadays, I think Azerbaijan is a very well progressed place where it's possible to move. I think if comparison to that times and this times, it's now very comfortable. And nowadays people are actually not too much motivated with this fact, staying with the old hypothesis about that it's still hard to get some sustainable job in art. And now I have a very interesting question after meeting you and your story, that person that has a struggle is not based on her choice, but based on the surroundings that her have. In your case, the problem in developing art immediately without this translation management thing, because having an Azerbaijan frameworks that are putting us way like bad frameworks for you to continue your art story, and you're still continuing this dream, and you're still living this dream, and passion is still the same, and consistency is still the same. And nowadays, when everything's possible, hard to believe that people cannot, like they have motivation for one day, and after that, so. What do you think about this?
It's a very good question. I have, as you know, I have my own school where I teach art, and also I have like a small program. Well, it's not small actually, but I call it small because it consists of 2 or 3 meetings. So the beginners in the art field in illustration, they ask me to help them, for example, how to build our career, what we need to do. Okay, we're having like, let's call it a coach session.
Okay, info session thing.
Info session, coach session, doesn't matter. And I'm giving them steps, what they have to do. First of all, a very good, strong social media account. It is crucial today because we live in social media. The whole world lives in social media. Okay, first of all. Second, a strong portfolio
of art.
What you do, or just start to draw for your portfolio. Okay, you can like put for yourself a deadline, let's say 1 month, and if you're gonna draw 1 illustration for 3 days, you already will have around 10-15 illustrations. Okay, so you can create a portfolio from zero, and social media, and then to start sending this portfolio all around the world. Okay, one day someone will definitely approach you, because there is no way that you will never get anyone. This aside, today we have great platforms worldwide like Upwork, Fiverr, where all the starters can find a job. All you need to do is like to have 1 hour per day to apply for that jobs. In Fiverr, if even you don't have to apply, you are creating like gigs in different fields, but Upwork, you have to apply. So again, there's no way that if you're gonna do all these things consistently, you will get anything, you will get something. And what I see, those people who come to me, they never follow these things.
They're not going to.
They're not doing these things. There are a lot of reasons for that. Again, that stereotype that it will not work. You know why? Because our brain, from psychology side, is created in that way that if we don't see the exact result, we will not do it. When we have a job, like stable job, we know that after 30 days we're gonna have salary. We're gonna increase our bank account. That gives us motivation to wake up every day at 7:30 a.m., go to work that we don't like, and do the stuff that we don't like because of that like 1,000, 2,000 ASEAN that you are having at the end of the month, and then you come home tired, you have no motivation to do anything, and on this hand you have a great opportunity to grow up in such level that you will not maybe get that 2,000 ASEAN, you can have 20,000 ASEAN until the end of the month if you do the same. Wake up every day 7:30 a.m., go to your room, work hard, draw, go to Upwork, apply to different projects. That's it. The thing is that we don't see the result immediately. We need the result immediately. That we need a guarantee. We need a guarantee, a paper, a contract, something. I mean, this is the brain how it makes us lazy. This is the brain how it's a tricky thing, you know. And there is a big impact of the society as well, definitely. Our parents, our friends, you know, because from my circle of friends, there is no art people there. Okay?
Okay.
But now when they see what I am doing, they are really proud. Despite of that, my friends are department heads in very big companies, like I don't know, the same Four Seasons.
Oh,
Okay? But still they consider my success the uppest one, because all I did, it is based on I don't have any boss, I don't have any president, I don't have any director. I am the owner of everything what I am doing now, and this is, I think, the greatest happiness and success that a person can has. This demands a lot of ответственность, responsibility. This demands a lot of responsibility. This demands a lot of discipline. I cannot say that I'm the most disciplined person in the world. No, you will never find an art personality. Maybe it's Jennifer Lopez and Beyonce. I don't know the third one, to be honest. They are disciplined, yes. Everyone says that. They are family members. Everyone says that they are the like icons in discipline. Otherwise, maybe. Otherwise, you will not be able to become anything in this life by your own, by yourself. You will always need to have someone who is leading you. But if you want to be a leader, you have to develop your discipline. You have to build your discipline on your own. It is the crucial thing.
There is one interesting question that comes from, I think it's actually not the one question that we should ask, but you mentioned 20,000 manats.
Yes. The financial part.
Yes.
Okay. How much I do monthly?
Per month.
Okay, it's around.
Of course, it's okay.
It's absolute. I wanted that question. I told you. When we are talking about only school, it is around. It depends on the months. It depends on the season.
The most
roughly, it's about 3K AZN monthly.
Okay.
It is only school. Okay. Then orders. Illustration orders. One part. I also started to take, like, for last 1 year, big artworks orders. Like this is okay. The price is starting from 500 AZN for the small, let's say, square art. Bigger square art is like 1K, 1.5K AZN, and it is like plus 2,000 AZN per month, like around, let's say, 4/5 AZN, K AZN, and I still can grow up. This is happening when I am waking up at 9 a.m., having breakfast.
You have freedom and you're still earning.
Walking with my dog for 1 hour in park. Then I go to studio.
There are still people that are working for 24/7 and earning less money. So it's success.
Yes, you know, and I can do it without stress. So, and I can grow. There is still a space to grow. Now I'm working for the project which will bring money, the passive income, let's say.
Passive.
So
how much?
I don't know right now. I'm not working on this project. I will explain you will understand. There is such a platform like a Shutterstock. Okay, this is the biggest stock website where
stocks.
Yes, stocks of images, illustrations, photos, videos.
Okay, like pixels,
worldwide.
They say?
No. You create illustrations, but you need to create that kind of illustrations that will be interesting for worldwide.
Okay.
For example, New Year season is coming, okay?
Yeah.
People are creating some artworks, invitation cards, postcards, millions of things. Yeah. And considering that everyone is trying to do it the last week of the New Year, you're always looking for designers, illustrations, blah, blah, blah.
Shutterstock. You're ready here.
No, I'm not ready.
Okay.
There is a Shutterstock. You don't want to pay the Illustrator because Illustrator will do it much more expensive. It will take time, blah, blah, blah. You go to Shutterstock, with one click, you buy for $2 or $3 an image, standard image like the Christmas tree, Santa, everything, and that's it. And there are thousands of people who click that image and buy it. This is the passive income that I'm working right now. So yeah, I'm developing.
And you can create, and people can choose
Yes,
whether.
yes. So I'm now working with my team. I have a small team.
Beautiful.
She is a graphic designer and illustrator. I am giving like the sketches, and she's developing them into the vector, and we will upload it to Shutterstock, and it will be a passive income.
Great.
And again, lots of other, like hundreds of other opportunities. The other project that I am trying to develop right now, I started it 2 years ago, stopped it because I had we had some problems with war in Ukraine. Online school.
You want? Okay.
I started actually my school before lockdown. I created an online school. We were working with a big team from Russia because they are the profis in the online education. And we worked for 1 year. And when we started our last, let's say, session of online course, war in Ukraine started, and all the process we had to stop. Why? Because we were targeting Ukraine, Russia, all this audience as well, not only because Azerbaijan is a little bit not ready for online education.
Compared to them?
Yes, compared to them. So we were trying to gain a much more audience from other countries in this region. So that's why we had to stop, but I think that it is time to renew again, starting from Azerbaijan, maybe.
Continuing to international.
Yes, continuing to international.